When I was in 8th grade, I had gathered from TV and movies that there were exactly 2 ways to come of age. The first was to accidentally become part of an unexpected gaggle of misfits and together achieve something small but meaningful. It could be a band that your class forms with the help of an unconventionally qualified teacher, or an unexpected role in a school musical. Hopefully it's a little far-fetched. Maybe you go on a class trip to Rome and you happen to look exactly like a super famous Italian pop star and you briefly get to live her life. As long as you were sort of reluctant about it at first and at the end some crowd cheers and validates you, it counts. The second way is to travel. With these criteria in mind, I was obviously thrilled when our 8th grade Spanish teachers announced we would be traveling to Spain over spring break as a class. Not only would we be traveling, and internationally no less, but it would be with friends, providing opportunities for bands or a dance team or maybe even investigate a Spanish cold case. Spring came around and we were off. We left campus wistfully and dramatically, waving out the window to our French-speaking peers with the salute from the Hunger Games. Naive and fresh-faced, the 10-hour flight barely fatigued us.
En España!
The host family I would be staying with lived in a 3-story apartment in Barcelona, which I thought was endlessly cool and cosmopolitan. As soon as I arrived and was shown my room, I made up for all my travel enthusiasm by immediately falling asleep. The next day, after we were all rested, we commenced frolicking around Barcelona.
Oh my god, that's amazing. And there's the Sagrada Familia way back in the distance. And Annie.
We had the privilege of seeing a lot of really cool things like this park that they built for the 1992 Olympics and the architectural works of Spanish national treasure Antoni Gaudí. We went to a lot of museums and saw some really important pieces of artwork. I think our appreciation of these significant contributions to culture can aptly be represented by the fact that half the time we would plug our audio guide headphones into our iPod so that we could listen to music instead of the tour. This is my cousin using the audio tour to pretend to be a spy. Here's us using this historic park as a jungle gym. I interviewed my cousin Austin, who was also on the trip. These are his thoughts.
I kind of resisted some of the more educational activities.
Yep.
And in hindsight, that would have been way more interesting than what I was actually doing. But I don't really know if there's only so much like mature learning you can do as an 8th grader on a school trip.
I agree with Austin. We probably didn't soak up everything that we could, but we had a lot of fun.
Better than a freaking umbrella.
The trip back home wasn't nearly as fun as the trip there. It began when my friend Georgia announced that she was a little bit nauseous, and it was all down the hill from there. Georgia threw up as soon as we got to the airport, and about half of us followed suit somewhere between Barcelona and Philadelphia. If I came of age or found myself at all during our time in Spain, I threw it all up in the bathroom as soon as we landed.